Welcome to the Athlete of Life program. Name any of your favorite athlete and I will tell you the team behind their success. It includes, amongst many others, a physio, fitness coach, psychologist, a dietitian, a wife or husband. Professional athletes typically spend about 90% of their time training in order to be able to perform 10% of the time. Their entire lives are designed around expanding, sustaining, and renewing the energy they need to compete for short, focused periods of time. At a practical level, they build very precise routines for managing energy in all spheres of their lives, eating and sleeping, working out, and resting, summoning the appropriate emotions, mentally preparing and staying focused, and connecting regularly to the mission they have set for themselves. Although most of us spend little or no time systematically training in any of these dimensions, we are expected in this society to perform at our best for 8, 10, and even 12 hours a day. Most professional athletes also enjoy an off-season of 4 to 5 months a year. After competing under extraordinary pressure for several months, a long off-season gives the athletes the critical time that they need for rest, healing, renewal, and growth. By contrast, your off-season likely amounts to a few weeks of vacation a year. Even then, you probably aren't solely resting and recovering. More likely, you are spending at least some of your vacation time answering email, checking your voicemail, and ruminating about your work. Finally, professional athletes have an average career span of 5 to 7 years. If they have handled their finances reasonably well, they are often set for life. Few of them are under pressure to run out and get another job. But by contrast, you can probably expect to work for 40 to 50 years without any significant breaks. Given these stark facts and statistics, what makes it possible to keep performing at your best without sacrificing your health, your happiness, and your passion for life? The answer is that you have to become an athlete of life. And this is the change process that we use in this program to turn you into an athlete. Making of all this happen, of course, is an entirely different story. How can we build and sustain the multi-dimensional energy that we need, particularly as the demands in our lives intensify and our capacity diminishes inexorably with age? Making changes that endure, we have found, is a 3-step process that we use. We call it purpose, truth, and action. All 3 are necessary and none is sufficient by itself in turning you into an athlete of life. The first step in our change process is to define your why, to define your purpose. In the face of our habitual behavior and our instinct to preserve the status quo, we need inspiration to make changes in our lives. Our first challenge is to answer this question: how should I spend my energy in a way that is consistent with my deepest values? The consequence of living our lives at warp speed is that we rarely take the time to reflect on what we value most deeply or take these priorities front and center. Most of us spend more time reacting to immediate crises and responding to the expectations of others than we do making considered choices, guided by a clear sense of what matters most to who? To you. In the purpose stage, our goal is to help clients to surface and articulate the most important values in their lives and to define a vision for themselves, both personally and in their professional lives. Connecting this to a deep set of values and creating a compelling vision fuels a uniquely high-octane source of energy for change. It also serves as a compass for navigating the storms that inevitably arise in our lives. It is impossible to chart a course of change until you are able to look honestly at who you are today and who you are today. In the next stage of this is our process is feel and face the truth phase. The first question we ask clients is this: how are you spending your energy now? Because remember, energy is an asset in your arsenal. Because each of us finds ways to avoid the unpleasant and discomforting truth in our lives. We regularly underestimate the consequences of our energy management choices, failing to honestly acknowledge the foods that we are eating, how much alcohol we are consuming, what quality of energy we are investing in our relationships with our bosses, our colleagues, our spouses, and above everything else, with our children, and how focused and passionate we really to go to work. Too often, we view our lives through rose-colored glasses, painting ourselves as victims, or simply denying to ourselves that the choices we are making are having a consequential impact on the quality, force, and focus of our energy. Facing the truth begins with gathering of credible data, and this starts with the physical examinations, a biometric assessment at our facility. When clients come to us, we take them through a variety of physical tests, carefully assessing their diets, and give them a detailed questionnaire designed to measure precisely how they are managing their energy physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. All of this data gives us a clear picture of their current energy capacity and the obstacles that stand in the way of full engagement. To launch this process for you, we encourage you to take the first step. The only step you can take now is by clicking on the link below and filling in the questionnaire, and we will start the process. This is your coach, Mululu X. Thanks for watching.